This na football fans tribe. Over here, we dey interview football fans after match time. We dey give you fantastic, juicy, and amazing footballing content back to back. So I beg, if you never subscribe to the channel, do so. Thank you so much, and as always, you too much. Arsenal giving you joy, Olu. How is today's match?
Since 2014, that was the last time Arsenal won in White Hart Lane. 8 matches, losses, drawn 2. I'm happy. First of all, yesterday was one of the saddest days of my life. We lost yesterday and today we won. I'm happy for it. I'm happy for what happened.
And I know say the last match you not just get joy, but now today,
Even as of today, my joy is not yet full because of what ensued yesterday. A contract we have been pursuing for close to 6 months. We had the opportunity to snap this boy up early. Even as of last year, before the season started, Burnley was supposed to sign the same guy for 27 million. Arsenal just let it slip off our hands. And even if you watch the boy very well, even during the photo shoot, he's not actually happy. That is not what he actually wanted. But just that I'm not going to blame the boy is that I'm not going to blame him. Because I found out that most players who wanted to play in Arsenal, who are maybe going on Facebook, going on Twitter, clamoring for the club, doesn't end up in the club. It's countless. I was telling Talks when we were chatting, I told him, I said, I've never seen any player who really love Arsenal, who wants to play in Arsenal, who ends up in Arsenal. They ended up not playing in Arsenal. There are many. We can't begin to count them, but there are many. We saw the time when Zaha was clamoring for Arsenal, but to date, we've not signed Zaha. This boy was posting everywhere. He wants to go to Arsenal, and at the end of that, I didn't blame him because football now is all about money. It's not about this because the football career is a short career. The highest you could get is 20 years. After the 20 years, what do you make out of it? Arsenal offered him 35 to 40,000 pounds. Chelsea blew him off for 200. I know the boy is not happy, but what will you do? If it's my brother, what will I tell him? Should I tell him to go for joy than for the money? Even me, if I see money, I no go reject him. As well.
How good was Martin Odegaard for you today?
If you noticed very well, I've been one of the critics of Martin Odegaard. There was a time we had the opportunity of signing Emi Gwendia, and I was prioritizing with signing Gwendia ahead of Odegaard because the first loan he came from Madrid, he didn't give us the assurance to even sign him 35 million pounds. There was nothing to my own judgment, he didn't play to warrant we paying 35 million to get him. But Arteta saw more than what I saw. He has more of technical know-how than I do. I'm a spectator. He's a coach, so he must have read it and discovered that Odegaard is what he needs. I've been one of the critics of Odegaard, but Odegaard is something else. I'm happy with him. I'm happy, and being the captain of the club, he's actually not minding his age. He's actually he has shown that he has the stuff of becoming a captain of a great club like Arsenal.
If you like say something don dey happen to Martinelli, if you say na fatigue or I don't know, maybe the defenders don dey find way to mark am out or something, because this match sef show in last match as well, to do something. Wetin happen?
For the case of Martinelli, sometimes you can be deep in form. Like Martinelli is deep in form. There was a time when the season started, Martinelli was the one carrying the Arsenal team. Saka was deep in form. Now Saka is rich in form, while Martinelli is deep in form. What you do for such a player is not to put them on the bench. Even if you say you want to put them on the bench, who do we have to play? So it's to keep playing them, let them keep making the mistake until they will come good. I believe Martinelli did not play for some couple of games, did not play well, but I believe going forward, he will do well. And I'm seeing character in this Arsenal team. Number one, we went to Brighton and beat Brighton. It's a tough ground. We played Newcastle. I'm not going to begin to cry foul, but we were able to pick a point from it. We now play Tottenham, one of our deep rivals, apart from Chelsea. Since 2014, we were able to win them and keep clean sheet. Arsenal team is the second best defensive team in the league, and I'm happy that we are able to keep clean sheet. It's a morale booster going forward. Our next match is going to be playing Manchester United, while Tottenham is going to help us to deal with Man City. So I'm happy. I'm happy with the match. I'm happy. One
of these interviews, they talk about Nketiah not being the man based on say get some matches where they really show up, and today be like saying they guilty of missing some kind chances when you supposed to bury. By now suppose they talk like 3 knots, probably 4 knots as well.
I told you Nketiah is flatter to deceive. That's one of the issues that Arsene Wenger had when he was the coach of Arsenal. Arsene Wenger would have been one of the best coaches in the world, one of the best. But what happened? He relied so much on these boys. They flatter him. When it's time for Arsenal to go to the market, before you know, during the preseason, this guy will just come score 4 goals, score 3 goals. We say, no, I have a striker on the bench, and he decided not to go to the market. When it's time for them to go to general market, you just see one fringe player just come up and begin to outshine others. They say, oh, we don't need to do this thing. I told you, I said, Nketiah is good. To me, Nketiah is not even up to average if I'm giving a player rating. Yes, we have so many average players who are good. You understand? We have exceptional players. The exceptional players like the Messi, we cannot categorize him. Is beyond our description. So we have exceptional players. We have players who are coming up to the plate. But Nketiah, I can't classify him as a middle striker. He's nowhere. He can come and do his thing on his own day. But a team that wants to win a league or win any trophy will not rely on Nketiah to deliver it. It's just like Merlin, relying on Merlin to deliver the entire kingdom. He tried, but you see that there was lapses. So that's why I said, if Arsenal want to win this league, they should go for depth. Okay, we have lost Mudryk. If we could not get any winger, because now Arsenal is not linked to Rafinha, let them go and get us Vlahovic. If they get us Vlahovic, even if Gabriel Jesus returns, he can also play by the wing. So we might not need to look for another winger again. We have covered. We need a goal poacher. Look at the chances Nketiah missed. He had the opportunity to score at least 3 goals or at least 2 goals. But when it's time for you, when you believe that this guy is going to come good, it doesn't come good. When you just believe that anything can happen, like you're just open-minded, like open university, he just comes and scores. So Nketiah is not the striker that will help us deliver the goals. Arsenal, they are good.
You don't talk about the attacking department. Also feel say maybe the midfield need a little bit 1 or 2 strengthening.
No, I've always been clamoring for it. Arsenal going for Mudryk, 95 million euros. It's a good one. It shows that the club has the money to spend. They have ambition to win the league. But I'm saying it. If you say, okay, you want to strengthen the area of Martinelli, Mudryk coming to Arsenal is not going to come as a starter. There's no way he will bench Martinelli. Put him side by side. Martinelli is better off than him. Yes, I would say, I'm going to say that he's not proven. Though I'm angry that we did not sign him. Because I was just imagining what Arteta would have done with him. I was just thinking all through the night. Throughout the night, I couldn't sleep. Now, Martinelli is good. Smith Rowe is back. Smith Rowe is back. One area I've been clamoring for us to look for a replacement is the place where Partey plays. The place where Odegaard plays is not much of an issue because we have Pablo Vieira that can play there. Xhaka can also play there. We also have Smith Rowe that can also play there. But what happens to the case of Partey? And it's injury prone. So if our club is going for a player for 95 million pounds, 95 million euros, what about the midfield? What are we going to do about it? You are not going for a right back. Arsenal does not need a right back.
Finally, you've been talking about winning Tottenham and also Manchester United. Now, knowing that Manchester United won Manchester City, coming from 1 goal down to beating them, how very convinced, and of course your win against Tottenham in White Hart Lane, how convinced are you that, yes, you're still going to win Manchester United?
No, Arsenal is going to beat Manchester United. And before I round up, the point gap between Arsenal and Liverpool is 19 points with a game to spare. You understand? Now, Arsenal are going to play Manchester United. Manchester has been in form. We know they are in form. You understand? But coming against Arsenal is going to smoke them out. Even if it's just 1 goal, we are just going to win them and rest and extend the league because Tottenham is going to do us a favor and beat Man City for us.
Wow, like too much.
Thanks for watching. Right here, another one of our videos where you're supposed to like, and all our social media links. I mean, follow us on every platform because we get content for everybody.